the most watched news in Western Washington. This is King 5 News at 4.
All eyes on one thing is for certain: Rio de Janeiro is geographically beautiful, and we got different shots today of the sun behind Christ the Redeemer, and then here's a shot of the Penha Church at dusk, and there's the Olympic rings. Finally, the Olympic rings at night. Beautiful pictures from a helicopter there. So Dr. Eric Brand is from Issaquah, but he just got back from Rio, where he was working as a sports doctor for Olympic rowing. What a cool experience. I know this is your third Olympics. Explain what you were doing in Rio this time around.
Today I was working at the Olympics this year for the Olympic Organizing Committee at the course in Rio.
So you were working as a sports medicine doctor for just Team USA or for everybody?
I was working for everybody.
Okay. And for specifically rowers, correct?
Yeah, I was at the rowing course.
And what was it like? I mean, I know you were just there while people were practicing and sort of getting acclimated, but try to describe sort of the atmosphere.
The atmosphere in Rio was tremendous. It was full of some of the friendliest people I've ever met. And there's a lot of energy and anticipation as people come in from all around the world and get ready to compete at their best.
And what about the facilities and, you know, concern about them being ready in time, and also concern about the water there too? What was your experience?
The facilities were just fine where I experienced.
Yeah.
There's a process where anyone puts together an Olympic Games, it's probably the first time they've done it in some time. So there's a process of putting together and learning as you go and getting everything together. But my impression is that everything's going to be ready to go. So
you're treating athletes at the Olympics. How does that change or inform the way that you treat athletes back here at home?
Well, I think I use my experience at the Olympics to really help inspire people to be their best. So to me, sports isn't about being the best in the world so much as being the best that you can be. And I think that's something everyone can aspire to.
You've got an interesting story. I know you were a rower yourself. Did you ever, want to get to the Olympics? Was that always a goal or a dream?
Well, anytime you work on a national level rowing team, there's always the thought that you might like to go to the Olympics. I was never of the standard where that was an immediate goal of mine, but certainly rowing with some of the best rowers in the world, it's something you think about.
Right, and now you get to go as a doctor, so very cool. I know there's a tradition of exchanging pins. Can you sort of describe what you've got and that tradition?
Well, one of the traditions at the Olympics is to trade pins with different teams and people from different countries. And to me, this is one of my favorite parts, is getting to meet people from other countries. Right. And exchange pins from different Olympics, and it's really a great form of camaraderie. That's
so cool. So you brought a bunch of pins, and which is your pin? Do you have any there?
Probably the pin that most represents me is this pin right here from the University of Washington. This is my role now as a rowing steward. So now I support the team by donating money and supporting from afar.
So now there's people all over the world who have the UW pin.
That's right.
Cool. Dr. Brand, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.